Hi everybody, I hope you're all well. My name's Kristen and you're watching the Dahlia Society, where I'm hopefully going to be able to inspire you to make some fantastic items for your wardrobe. I've been busy. I know I haven't been on this week for quite some time. I think the last time was Thursday where we had new fabrics, and then we had that huge Black Friday sale. We've been very frantically packing orders all weekend, got them all shipped out by Monday. It was a fabulous response, so a huge thank you if you have jumped on and purchased some goodies from the store. We really appreciate it, and this time of year is so incredibly busy. I think it's really starting to hit me now. I'm going to try my best to bring you a little bit of Vlogmas entertainment. It is getting a lot harder now with having the store to run. It's been very, very busy. But I have got some beautiful new things I've made. I haven't shown you guys yet, so that will be coming on the next vlog. One is on the mannequin behind me. I'm so thrilled with how that one turned out. That is a Sydney dress from Sew to Grow Patterns, and I made that in the beautiful Flavia viscose from Fabric Godmother, so I love that. I've also just finished making a blouse because I'm really feeling like wearing shirts, buttoned, sort of unbuttoned, open with tank tops underneath. I get this kind of vision in my mind what I want to be wearing for summer, if summer ever comes, because if you're here in Melbourne with me, the weather has been rather gloomy, cool all the last 2 weeks. I think I got out in the garden one day last week, planted some new Dahlia tubers, and that was the last sunny day we had. So I don't know what's going on with the weather, but I'm pretty sure it's going to hit like anything. When it comes, it'll be really hot and dry, I can only imagine, and we'll be whinging about the heat. But I really would like to be able to wear some more summering makes. So the blouses have been handy. I've got my Atelier Jupe Frida blouse on in this beautiful Mason Blue Mood fabric. And I'm also wearing my very favourite brand earrings, Martha Jean. Now, I had a lot of people ask about the earrings. I'm also going to talk about some things I've been a bit naughty with, some Black Friday sales. Did you guys buy anything for yourselves? Did you resist the temptation and all those sales flooding your inbox? Did you get any Christmas shopping done? I'd love to hear in the comments if you've picked up any great bargains. I got a little bit of Christmas shopping done, but I also bought myself a few things I probably didn't need. But you know what? When there's a great sale on, you can't help yourself. It's just like the green light, isn't it? Go ahead because you're going to make a saving. Yeah, it's a bit naughty. But you know what? I've got some beautiful things to show you. I'll also have a lovely present from the beautiful Hayley from Haymeadow. Hayley has very, very kindly, she's done a really lovely thing and surprised both myself and Andrea at Beyond the Pink Door. Now, some months ago, of course, when we had our advent calendar up for grabs, Hayley actually mentioned to me she wanted to purchase a box from for me to send to Andrea. So she said to me, don't let her know, I'll purchase a box and you can send it over to her when the time comes. So I thought, what a lovely gesture. It's just such a beautiful thing to do. And you know what? It ended up she'd actually done the same thing to Andrea and sent me a Beyond the Pink Door box, which I was so excited to receive. So I have got a Beyond the Pink Door box. I had a little sneaky peek in there, but I didn't unwrap any goodies. I've been really, really good. So what a thoughtful, beautiful thing to do. And I must say, Andrea's boxes, wowee, having them all specially printed, this is what I'm aiming towards for my store, to have our own beautiful printed boxes. And I have been chatting to Andrea, and she said, you know, they had 500 boxes go out around the world, and I thought 100 boxes was a lot of work. I cannot imagine preparing and picking that many beautiful little gifts. But you know what? It's going to be a bit of fun unwrapping those. So a huge thank you to Hayley for doing that. Just such a thoughtful, lovely thing to do. So I can't wait to get stuck into that. So yeah, next episode is going to be all about what I've sewn. I'm going to have lots of pics as well. Another thing happening, by the look of it, Kate is releasing 2 new patterns at Pattern Emporium on Sunday night. I think a video is coming out and the patterns will be for sale. And the funny thing was, the blouse I've been sewing up was an itch to stitch button through blouse. I was looking for a blouse with a grown on sleeve, so like a little cap sleeve. So I didn't want set-in sleeves. I didn't want anything too oversized. I wanted it so I could have it unbuttoned and over a singlet top. Now this is, the cats are going to be around me, and of course it is drizzling outside, so I brought you inside here tonight. But I don't know if you guys have met my Charlie boy. This is my Burmese boy, Charlie, and he is 15, I think almost 15 years old. Come on, say hi to everybody. He is such a cuddle bunny. He sits on the shoulder. He's very smoochy, but I think because it's nearly dinner time, they are all looking for food, so they'll be hanging around. Yeah, so getting back to the sewing. So yeah, Kate had actually released, or she's releasing a blouse pattern very similar to what I had in my mind's eye. So I said to her, you know, have you got ESP or something? Because every time I think of a pattern, try and find something and it's not quite what I wanted, you always end up releasing it. So I'm really excited to see this beautiful blouse. It's a raglan, I think it's grown on sleeve style with a yoke and lots of different options. So I'll be definitely making that one. I think having another woven pattern is fabulous from Pattern Emporium. They do have a lot of knit patterns. So when they bring out a woven pattern like that Be Mine blouse, which has been incredibly popular, Mum's onto her third or fourth one. I've got 3 myself, but we love them. They're a beautiful fitting blouse on. So really excited to see the new one released. And I think she's releasing some shorts as well. So that will be really fun. So I've got a few things to show. I want to go through and show you the things I picked up in the Black Friday sales. Some of them I would say weren't really that big a discount, but I think it's a fact of treating yourself. If you're like me and you love anything to do with Christmas, yeah, it's the go ahead for me. So I'm also going to be having an episode all about festive dresses, or maybe things that you want to think about sewing yourself, either for if you're in Christmas here in Australia in the Southern Hemisphere and it's warming up, or maybe for over in the Northern Hemisphere and you're wanting something sort of glam and cozy. So that will be coming out this week. So I can't wait to put that together. I'm starting to put that together now. There's been quite a few new pattern releases. I'll try and include them in there too. The other thing is the new box release, of course, is not this Sunday night, but the one after, so the 10th. That is going to be the Great Gatsby Art Deco kind of 1920s New Year's celebration theme box. So that will be happening then. I've got a couple of new fabrics in the store, not a huge great deal this week. There'll be more coming next week. So there are a couple of new Nerida Hanson prints in there and some restocks of Italia jupes, but the rest of the Nerida Hanson will be hopefully in the next couple of weeks, fingers crossed, as well as a fabulous new Liberty release. So that is all happening mid-December. Another thing too with the store, if you're wanting to purchase, especially for Christmas, I'm going to make sure I send a newsletter out with the dates, the cutoff dates for postage as well, so that you guys can be sure you've got everything in the nick of time and give yourself time to sew things up. Now, the next thing I'm planning on sewing this week, actually, Mum's got her eye on the same pattern, and I noticed that this week I had a little bit of a look at Seasons of East patterns, and they released a new dress called the Seasons of East Autumn in New York. It's a beautiful dress. It has a bit of a 20s vibe happening there. Straight away, I'm onto it. I've ordered the patterns. They are on their way. So if you like a physical hard copy pattern, I'll be also restocking the Summer in New York dress, which has been very popular too. But the Autumn in New York, I'll put a pick up so you can see. I am making the beautiful viscose Chloe linen blend in the Circles of Orient, I think it's called. That is going to be my dress. I am so excited to make this one up. So I have it printed out, ready to go, and those patterns will hopefully be here in another week or so, as well as these So Different patterns. We're waiting, a lot of people waiting on that as well to be restocked, so they are on their way too. So quite a few bundles on their way from the UK. So lots happening on the sewing table. I've had a lot of people also ask me about my Benina and Baby Lock behind me. The new Benina machine is working like a dream. Today was the very first time that I had done buttonholes on it, and to have an automatic buttonhole where you just hold the button on the screen. I'll put a bit of a pick up so you can see, and you dial the dial so it measures the exact diameter of the button, and basically away you go, put your foot down, and it measures out the exact size buttonhole. So no more popping the button in the back of the buttonhole foot, and it can pop out and get quite messy. So to have something like that, it just sewed up 8 perfectly done buttonholes, which I was really thrilled with. So now I think it's when you have a new machine, it's like, having a new car to drive, you've got to learn all the bits and pieces that you get so used to taking, you take for granted all the things that you just automatically process and it's almost like autopilot. So when you have a new machine to learn, it can be very daunting, and sometimes when you're so busy, like I've been lately, putting things off. I'm like, I'll get to that eventually. I think I really need to start delving into all the bells and whistles of that machine and figure out exactly what it can do for me, because I think having something like that there sitting waiting for me and just doing a basic straight stitch sewing is such a waste. I need to really give it a good workout. But I am so thrilled with how it's sewing, and the baby look overlocker, I am so thrilled with that. It is a weapon. It is a gun. It just shoots through everything. You don't have to worry about tension. It is really well worth the money. So if you're thinking about purchasing a baby lock overlocker, I can highly vouch for them. They are wonderful. So yeah, it's a bit of a disaster zone there. And also behind me, we've got the A0 printer now. There's been plenty of people getting new patterns printed out too. So this kind of lounge room setup is becoming a little bit of a half sewing studio, half lounge area. So it's just a bit chaotic. If you're like me and you're a really messy sewer, I find that I'll do a clean up afterwards or beforehand, but I am in between. I am not really a neat sewer at all. I get really into that creative process, and it just looks like a bomb's hit it. So yeah, not the neatest sewer. But one thing that did happen this week that really surprised me was that Robin from Rhubarb Makes, which is a wonderful button maker, or one of my lovely ladies I get buttons from for the boxes for you guys, she actually reached out to tell me and say, have you listened to Love to Sew this week? And normally I do every week. I hadn't got around to the new episode yet, but she said, you have been given a shout out. We've got an episode on media and sewing, talking about their favourite TV shows, documentaries, podcasts and YouTube channels, and we got a shout out. So I was really, really flattered and thrilled. And I did run into Phoebe and say, Phoebe, we've been given a shout out by guess who, Helen and Carolyn on Love to Sew. So we were really, really thrilled with that. So a huge thanks to the lovely ladies for all the work they do for the sewing community, and also letting us know all the other fabulous channels and podcasts and documentaries too. Last week there was a show on ABC I mentioned in my community tab, my notice board on YouTube, and it was called The Way We Wore. It's a documentary hosted by Celeste Barber, and it goes through the history of fashion here in Australia. And I watched the first episode last week, and now I think you're able to binge on iView all the other episodes, which is fabulous. That's what I'm planning on getting through this week while I'm doing a bit of sewing, because I love a good fashion documentary and different fashion designers from the 70s and 80s too. I think that's fabulous. So really excited to have a look at that. Now you can tell it's dinner time because all of these cats are visiting. This is our Ziggy, who we adopted last year from a local shelter called One at a Time Pet Rescue. And if you are one of my email subscribers, you will see that we actually are donating a small portion of our profits for December for all the sales to go towards this amazing charity. So yeah, it's going to be really wonderful to give back to a local community rescue operation, and they do such a wonderful job. So over the years, we've adopted 3 cats from One at a Time. We've got Ziggy, Mum has got Bonnie, and we actually adopted Juju about 5 years ago, and we lost her last year. She was 20. So I just feel like I feel very, very blessed and lucky to be able to do this every day and to have such a wonderful customer base in you guys. And I feel like giving back to a community charity would be a wonderful thing to do. So that is all happening this month. So I'm going to show you guys the advent calendars that I've purchased and a couple of goodies that I've purchased in the Black Friday sales as well. So the first thing, I am just such a sucker for anything Christmassy. I saw these beautiful teaware sets from Christina Ree, and Christina Ree is beautiful china and teacups and saucers and plates. And I do know that in the Grand Hyatt in Melbourne here, they have an afternoon tea for Christina Ree. All her beautiful chinaware is plated up, and you actually get to have your afternoon tea on that. So this was such a beautiful thing. I thought I might spill myself and have my cup of tea in this. I absolutely loved it. I'll show you guys without breaking it. This gorgeous little plate, little houndstooth plate, and the Christmas cup. And I just think that is exquisite. I just think she's adorable. I love the beautiful houndstooth print. I think it looks gorgeous with the pink and the Christmas tree. So that is one of my newest treats. So it's really, really pretty. And I also managed to get hold of the plate without breaking that one. The serving plate, I just think is going to look so, so pretty for Christmas Day. And what beautiful packaging as well. This plate is absolutely stunning, the box that it comes in. A really pretty plate to serve up some Christmas goodies. So I couldn't resist that. I think that's really lovely. My main concern is that I really desperately need a new kitchen. Our kitchen is 25 years old and it's really falling apart. It's had 5 kids bashing it around. It's had me cooking and making a mess for years and years, and we really need to update it. But it's just such a huge project. I really need to be in the right frame of mind to even think about tackling it. So I don't generally, I love homewares, I love crockery and beautiful glassware, but I know at the moment I don't have the storage for it. But I couldn't let that pass me by. I thought it was just so pretty. So yeah, that will be one thing will be happening in the next, I would say the next 12 to 18 months. We'll be thinking about fixing our kitchen up, but that is going to be a big process. What else did I purchase in the sales? I also got myself some new Martha Jean earrings. Now, some beautiful little drop earrings. I think they're just stunning pastel colours. And also these moth. I thought they were really pretty and fun for summer as well. So just some more earrings to add to my earring collection. Now, a couple of years ago, I actually did do the advent calendar for you guys on Vlogmas every day, and we had a cocoa black calendar. Well, this year I decided, because it's our 30th anniversary, we'd do something special to share. So my hubby Joe and I are going to be doing the yours and mine cocoa black advent calendar, and that would be unboxing and having a little chocky each. We do have a coffee together. If he's home in the morning, he does do a lot of shift work, but if he is, he always makes me a cappuccino in the morning. So I think a nice chocolate would be beautiful to go with that. So we can have one each. So how fancy is this? It's got a little library here you can go through, but it's got a little pull-out drawer, and I just thought that was so pretty. So we're really going to have fun getting through those chockies together. So that is definitely something I'll be unboxing every day. The other thing I did was purchase myself an advent calendar with candles. Now this one is absolutely beautiful. It's heavy. It is a glass house fragrance calendar. This one I treated myself to a couple of months ago. I pre-ordered it, and I can't wait to unbox it. And one of my daughters, Eliza, who has recently moved into her first home, I actually ordered her an advent calendar with candles as well. Because, it's tough these days for young people purchasing their first home, and this kind of thing is a bit of a luxury. So I ended up sending one to her door, and she was really thrilled with that. So we're going to have our own little advent calendars with candles, and yeah, I can't wait to unbox that and show you guys. That was from Adore Beauty, and I think they do, I think Peter Alexander, which is the pajama store, have glasshouse candles as well, and I'm sure you can go to their online store, but that was from Adore Beauty. And I know they do, in the past I've had Adore Beauty makeup advent calendars as well, so that one I'm really excited to get stuck into. And a couple of other things I'm going to talk about too. The Black Friday sales, I think Dinah Ferrari had 30% off, and I don't really need new shoes, but I do need a red pair of shoes because the ones I have were way too tight, and I do love they're super soft. So I ended up purchasing some really lovely red shoes to wear, maybe for Christmas Day, in the super soft wide fit, and these are a beautiful red strappy sandal, and I'm going to be wearing that with the dress behind me, so I could not resist those. And you know, they've got a little heel. I'm not a huge heel wearer, but I think these will be really nice for summer. And I also got a black pair of espadrille wedges that were on sale as well. So I was a bit naughty on Dinah Ferrari because can't resist a shoe. And the last thing I purchased last month to celebrate Christmas was, I do like a gin and tonic on a warm evening, but I have been meaning to purchase this particular gin for many years now. I never got around to it. And a friend of mine said that they purchased the Christmas gin and it is amazing. So I thought I'm going to go ahead and purchase from their website the plum pudding and the gin to match. So Four Pillars is from Hillsville here in Victoria, and I think they won the world's best gin. They won a huge award this year. It's a family-owned business. I think they may have just sold up, but they actually distill this gin with plum puddings, you know, to flavour it. So it's just incredible. So that is going to be beautiful for a Christmas tipple, and also the gorgeous matching plum pudding in the tin as well. So that was a set that we purchased from them. So that is going to keep us all very busy. So they are all my goodies. And you know what? I was feeling a bit guilty when the mailman coming to the door each day. And I must say I didn't have the most parcels coming. I think one of my daughters, actually could have even been Phoebe, or maybe it might have been Charlotte, had quite a few parcels being delivered each day as well. So I'm pretty sure that the mailman posties have been run off their feet this week with all the Black Friday sales. So yeah, definitely keeping them busy. So yeah, let me know in the comments below, what have you been treating yourself in the Black Friday sales? Maybe you've purchased fabric or patterns. I know there was a lot of pattern sales on over the weekend as well. But I'm going to talk about the patterns that I've purchased in the next vlog, and also about what kind of new festive sews I'm thinking about making for the Christmas party season. So ready to get those trees up and start decorating. I'm really not ready. I have to kind of get myself moving on that because yeah, I can't believe December's already upon us. So definitely I'm going to try and get some Vlogmas content out, because I really know a lot of you guys enjoy seeing, if I'm getting out and about, I will definitely try and get some footage. I haven't got a lot of plans this year. It is very hard now with running the store and being busy getting your orders out. But if I do anything interesting, I will definitely be filming it and including it as part of the Vlogmas. That way you guys can come on the journey with us as well. So take care. I will see you all very shortly with some new makes and some pics. Have a wonderful sewing week, and we'll see you all really soon. Take care and bye for now.